Don't forget to lock the spots.
I've been driving in my Indian car with the pound of the wheel drumming in my brain. My dash is dusty, my plates are expired. Please, Mr. Officer, let me explain. I got to make it to a powwow tonight. I'll be singing 49 down by the riverside, looking for sugar, riding in my Indian car. Got my T-bird in the glove box, I ain't got no spare. Got a feather from an eagle, I ain't got no care. The road is empty in my bottle of desire. Daylight is breaking, the sun touches fire. I got to make another powwow tonight. I'll be singing 49 down by the riverside, looking for sugar, riding in my Indian car.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Native Podcast Network on the Powwow Trail, listening to little Eastern medicine singers and some key sokolas, Indian car to get us going on a Friday. What a wonderful day. Hello, Native Guy 2. What is going on the PBP Res today?
What is happening, man? We had some snow just a little while ago. It snowed a little bit, but now it all cleared up, so we are ready to go here.
It's still snowing up there in the northern ways. Shoot, it's nice and clear down here, so you keep your snow, all right? We don't want the snow.
Oh man, it was chilly last night, man. It got down to like 7 degrees.
Golly. It's been that's how it's been here around as well. It's been nice and cold and chilly, but we hope it's not chilly wherever you are. And if it is, go inside, put and drink some hot cocoa or whatever you do at this time of the day. God dang! But again, welcome to our second show on GetVocal.com, and we hope those who are watching online can see us and can hear us. If not, let us know in the chat. But it's been a crazy week, huh, Native Guy 2?
It sure has. We had a big snowstorm. First we had ice, and then it went to a snowstorm. And then it was crazy up here, man. The roads were all bad and everything.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. We got a little bit of snow right here, but it didn't stop us from getting prepared on the Powwow Trail. We know there's a powwow going on somewhere, wherever it is. If you got some flyers, let us know. Send us your flyers, and we'll put them on the Facebook page, Native Podcast Network. Come out and like us, man. We are seeing some good things. Come get engaged with us, especially Trilby. He needs somebody.
Hey. Excuse me. So today we're supposed to have Scott Kalama on. He's a very busy man, so we're just waiting for him to get done with whatever he's doing.
Yeah, and again, he is a couple hours behind us. He is on the Pacific Coast, so we'll be all right though. Native Guy 2, we've got a lot of things. Hey, I was thinking about the past week and all the going ons and all the happenings and the whatnots and boy howdy, the good thing is it had nothing to do with the Powwow Trail. We didn't tear it this week, so I'm happy about that. How about you?
Oh yeah, definitely. So, other than that, did you get to go anywhere this weekend?
No, I would have to say no.
Yeah, I talked about Battle of the Plains we're gonna go to, but it was we had a lot of snow come in, a lot of ice and stuff, so I didn't get to make it down there either. So
yeah, I imagine it's been pretty bad all over the place, weather-wise and everything. But if you're out of the powwow and you're out there, sing one good, sing it loud, and sing it proud. Right? Is that what we say?
That's right. Sing it like that. Whoa.
Hey, there was something.
Hey,
cha, hey, yo, wanna. Hey,
you wanna. Hey, ya, hey, yo.
Ooh, cha, Eastern Medicine.
We're ready, man.
We're ready for y'all to be on here and give us some of your inspirational music. But hey, there were some other things that we had going on. If you didn't know, or if you we had a little poll that was going on, and we had some pretty good number of people who represented in that poll. But I'm going to tell you what, I think you've got more northern friends than I do, and southern friends.
Yeah,
it wasn't even close.
Yeah, we did the poll for 24 hours, I believe. It ended last night around 8:00, and the question was, "Who's your favorite drum group?" And we had people write their comments in the comment section, but the poll ended up being 70% northern and 30% southern.
So it wasn't close. It wasn't even close. That's out of about 150 votes. So
147 votes.
147 votes exactly. And then when I did the numbers, it was like 29.99%. So they rounded it up to 30. So it wasn't even close. Nerdy guy. So,
but I mean, there was a lot of comments that I got because I posted it on my page as well, and man, it was surprising on. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who voted and who put their favorite drum groups in the comment section.
Definitely, and as we wait and this first 15 minutes or whatever we do usually on the Native Podcast Network anyways, we're usually here just winding down the week. We know it's been a long work week for a lot of people. Hey, there's good news though in all over. People get to go to work for a couple of weeks in the government.
Hey! Yeah, I've seen that. That was
way to go, President Trump. They're going to sing that opening song.
Cheers. But even getting back to the poll, I mean, we had a bunch of people that like Stony Park, Iabe, Northern. A lot of people put down their favorite Northern and favorite Southern group. Stony Park. Yeah. We had some for Motown. The Boys. We had
Midnight Express.
Some people even put down my drum group, which is Big Soldier Creek. So I want to shout out to all you people. We also had Mandaree. Mandaree's a good drum. Indian Hill, the northern drum group, Indian Hill, Southern Hill, or no, Thunder Hill, Southern Thunder Hill. So you have Indian Hill for northern, and then Thunder Hill for.
I think Southern Boys were another one, and
Black Otter, Sharpshooters. I mean, there was just a bunch of them out there. So we want to say thank you to everybody. And today's music will be a lot of those drum groups for our music break. So.
Okay, all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and hey, we're not going to have him live on the air with us, but we're going to have him live on the podcast. So that's the good thing is if you don't know. I can actually try to see if we can FaceTime him. That way.
Yeah, that'll work.
That way we can, at least we'll be able to kind of share and see that, hey, see, we're not talking to him. Because apparently he wants to sing a link to call. So, so we're going to have Scott online. Well, he won't be in the studio with us live, face to face. You won't see him, but you will hear him. So give me 1 minute here, folks. So Chobi, go ahead and get a little time, a little bit, and this is for you. I'll be right back.
All right. So now that Native Guy 1's gone, let's get the show started. But we also want to say thank you to some people that sent in their flyers. We've had some flyers come in that for upcoming events. One of them was for the 64th annual Tournament of Tribal Champs and the 54th annual Women's All Indian Classic, which is March 28th through the 30th, 2019. And that is in, let's see if I can find that, Fort Duchesne, Utah. So they have a basketball tournament coming up in March, which should be pretty good. Let's see what else they have. I know we had some more come in. I just can't find them right now. The Haskell Welcome Back Powwow is February 9th, 2019 at the Coffin Complex. Gourd dancing, it starts at 1:30 to 4:30. Grand entries at 6, and they have adult categories and TBA categories. Women's fancy, women's jingle, women's traditional, northern and southern, men's chicken, men's fancy, men's grass, men's traditional, northern and southern. They have a hand drum contest starting off at 5:30, and it is open to the public, and that is the Haskell Indian Nations University. So that is coming up soon. Mark your calendars down. Excuse me. Oh, it's cold. The weather is getting to me. And okay, some of the comments that we're going to have tonight, if you guys want to answer them in our comment section here on Facebook or at Get Vocal, either way, this is kind of the set questions that we always ask every guest that comes on. Our first show that we did a while back was about powwows. We talked about where and when our first powwow was, and what's the best powwow you've ever been to. So if you're out there, let us know in the comments what's the best powwow that you've ever been to, and maybe a little explanation why. And then we also have what's the worst powwow you've been to. Give us a little explanation there, and you don't have to if you don't want to, but it lets people know. I know each powwow is different. This powwow you could have the best time of your life, but for someone else, not so much. So those are 3 of the questions that we have asked all of our guests. And what powwow, like for Scott, we're going to ask him what powwow he has performed at. So that's probably the 3 main questions that we always ask everybody. And then mine, yeah. Oh, I think he's back.
Hey, what's going on here? No, hey, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to pop back here on screen. It probably looks really good without me on screen. But we will have Scott Kalama unable to join us live because he is busy on the road. But he's going to FaceTime me. The good thing about us is we're going to get him into the system, and that's a good thing too right now because we are coming up to our first break. We're going to get a little bit of music into this break here in a few minutes. Like I said, there's what other powwows we're going on, and while we're going to this break, we're going to get Scott on the line, and we will get ready to go. We're going to introduce you to Scott Kalama, and get ready to go. Are you excited, Chobi?
I'm ready, man. I'm excited to meet this guy here because I've never met him. You've talked to him. He's done all the PR for our celebrities here, and I haven't talked to him. So it's I'm ready. I'm ready.
And I'll do some FaceTime here in a minute. He's going to be. I'll be able to see him. I'll see if I can put him on camera for y'all so you get to see him at least. He'll be on the system and everything. But we are going to go into our first break. And hey, some of this music is based off what we had last night, right?
Yes, it is. So we'll have Stony Park, maybe some Blackstone. We'll have a whole range of what people posted in the comments. So it's going to be all good music.
Perfect. And so we're going to go into a little break. We're going to step away. You're going to hear some great music here. Well, I don't know. You be the judge of that. I don't know. Native Guy 2 picked it, so we'll have to see. Hey, god dang. Yeah. So we all thank y'all for joining. We're going to step away for a second, and then we will go ahead and get on the Powwow Trail. After our break, we will get Scott Kalama on the line with us. So enjoy this break, ladies and gentlemen, and enjoy this music. Let me make sure I get to the right one. Hoka.
Before he leaves here, I like having Russ on the screen. Makes me look better.
Money.
All right, here we go, folks. Enjoy this. Starting off with some Stony Park.
5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Thank you.
Oh, Terry. Good song, boys. Yeah.
Would you put the young gentleman here that's your style? We have one of our premier globe champion speakers to sit for you now. The moment is returned over to you.
Yo, 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 what is up on the
Oh.
Powwow Trail? We hope everybody is going and doing all right. We have some great news for you all. Scott Kalama is on the line with us. If you don't know who Scott Kalama is, man, you got to go on to YouTube and look at for his videos. They call him Blue Flames. We're having issues getting him in, but we do have him on the phone line. And it's going to be weird because Trilby, I'm going to put him up. I don't know if you guys can see him.
Oh, yeah, there
Scott.
he is.
Can you see Scott?
I can see him. How you doing, Mr. Scott?
All right. So you see we're live. We're going to have him on, but let me tell you a little bit about Scott.
All right.
You know, I met Scott a long time ago. I met him some time back, and man, he's just enthusiastic of what he does. And if you followed him, he's been on my show before, but it was a really poor audio, so we didn't really get the gist of what. And we're going to kind of visit that a little bit too. We'll talk to Scott about that. But if you want a little bit know about Scott, he's an award-winning hip-hop artist. He's from Warm Springs, Oregon. He started doing music as a mentor for Native youth back in 2014 for the program Lyrics Leaders with Chaz Mortimer and Kevin Winkle. He's also volunteered for 2 years with a program Learning the Music Industry. He soon traveled to Orbit Audio and there in Seattle, Washington. Shout out to Seattle for a music workshop. And here, Scott, is a big break that he had. He created a hit song called Res Life. I don't know if you guys have gone on to YouTube again, but look up that video. That is a hit song. He had it produced by Yamio 263, the help of Tony Ozier, Do Funk All Stars, and engineer Rick Clifford. After the song was complete, they decided to do music there on the Warm Springs Regs in the native communities there in Oregon. And they soon completed the Blue Flame Res Rep Life EP and submitted for the 2016 Native American Music Awards. And here's the cool thing about Scott and that Res Life that they submitted. They brought home their first NAMI for the best music video. And then his other song, Beam Me Up, Scotty, it was nominated for best hip hop album. So here in 2018, old Scott Blue Flames, he's entered the sophomore album Res Star to the Native 2018 Music Awards for the best music video, which was a protest song to the sky LaRon Kachia brought to life. My vision in a post-apocalyptic music video, and it's a pretty cool video too if you have a chance to see it. Scott right now is currently working on doing music right now, and let us welcome via FaceTime Scott Kalama. What's going on, Scott? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. Thanks for having me today.
We're glad to have you, and that is the native guy too, Mr. Trilby from the Prairie Band Potawatomi. So what do you think, Trilby? After reading that bio, we got our NAMI award-winning Scott Kalama.
Yeah, looking through the stuff that you sent today, it was pretty impressive. So I spent I spent the day going through some videos.
But yeah, man, thanks for having me. Yeah. Sorry I couldn't get on the link, but I'm tuning in on FaceTime on the iPhone.
Nice. Well, we appreciate you calling in, finding a way to make this work, which is awesome.
So is everything working?
Yeah. On my side, I can hear everything fine.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was going through your videos
you guys
today.
Got any questions?
Yeah. Let's start off. This is some of the questions that we ask our guests when they come on. So the first one is, do you remember where and when your first powwow was?
Well, right now I'm in Portland, Oregon, cruising around, gonna hit up.
Oh, I think he froze up. He froze up, Native Guy 1.
Yeah, I see that. We're reconnecting. We'll get it there. He was in the middle of saying something and had a good little pause there.
Yeah.
We'll get him back on here in a second. That's the one thing about nice and having technology. We're good at it and everything. There he goes. Oh, what happened? He kind of dropped out there. We'll get him back in here.
What?
Hey, there we go. So he is back. So Scott, Trilby's got a couple questions, and again, just kind of give it a second as it sounds like it's a pause stream. So just kind of wait till his question comes through, and then he's going to try this again. All right.
Okay.
All right. So some of the questions that we ask our guests when they come on here is, do you remember when and where your first powwow was? I don't know if you can hear me there, Native Guy 1. Yeah, I don't think you can hear me.
No, I didn't hear nothing.
Oh, he didn't hear nothing. Oh, okay. So, hey, that's great. He hears me.
Yeah.
He was Native Guy 1 was asking what was your first powwow? What would you say your first powwow was?
Our local powwow in Warm Springs, Oregon. Our annual powwow. It's every June. It's called Payumsha. in our language, it means celebration. So ever since I was a kid, I would go to the Powwow and jam out, check it out, and one with any part. And I was like 12 years old, and I was like a dream come true. That's like one of my favorite drum groups.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. What other questions do we have, Native Guy 2?
Well, next one you can ask him is what does he think the best powwow he's ever been to?
All right. So Native Guy 2 asks you, what do you think the best powwow you've ever been to?
I would say I've been to gatherings. I mean, I thought that was cool because it was a pretty big experience with the grand entry, you know, and the eagle flying in.
Oh, wow.
But I thought that was pretty memorable. I was a freshman in college. I was going to high school, and I was actually part of the Powwow Club. We fundraised to go to gatherings to check it out, and it was pretty cool, man. And other than that, I would say the Post Falls Powwow in Idaho, July.
Yeah, that's one powwow I've never been to is the Post Falls, and that's another powwow I want to go
racetrack, or it wasn't the racetrack, but that was another good one. They had a pretty good. Last time I went there, they had a pretty good drum contest. I think Midnight Express won that one.
Yeah, Midnight Express. So that's a good drum group. So did we ask what his favorite drum group was, or no?
No, you can maybe have him answer that one from our poll.
All right. Night. So yeah, we had a poll last night too, and Northern, Southern drum groups. Northern kicked the crap out of everybody. But what's your favorite drum group? Would you say?
I would say Stony Park, man. Ooh. Stony Park, man, all the time. I bought their compilation tape from one of the big powwows, and Stony Park rocked it, man. And I'm glad they won this year at the NAMMYs. Shout out to Stony Park.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. So let's talk about some of those things, because you know, you got into the rap music and everything like that. What are some of the things that got you inspired to get into the music scene and everything?
Just the local rappers at home, and my family, actually. They're my cousins and my friends growing up in Warm Springs, Oregon. Lightfoot would come through, and different artists that would inspire us. At the time, our local promoter, rapper Jamie Scott, is actually in Lawrence, Kansas right now, brought Mac Dre, the late Mac Dre from the Bay Area, to Warm Springs. And after he brought Mac Dre to Warm Springs, pretty much everybody got inspired locally on the res. And after that, everyone started building their own home studios. And one of my friends, the late OJ Tyus, he built a studio, and they formed a rap group called Res One Crew. And from there, that's where we started kind of recording and messing around. And at the time, I was just, you know, what am I going to rap about? I was a kid, you know, but that's pretty much where it started from, was Mac Dre coming to the res and influencing everybody. And then from there, everyone took chances at rapping. And so I pretty much was influenced ever since then. But at the same time, I was a fan, so I listened to it. And then I finally got a chance to participate. Someone said, "Hey man, make a song for the kids for this conference." And so after I did that song, I got hooked, you know, one song in, and after that I knew I loved it, you know, and I knew I wanted to do it full time. And so after that, a week later, I was able to open up for Superman.
Oh, nice.
And perform for the Increase the Peace event. So after that, I just kept doing it and wanted to put that album out. So
nice. So you've been doing this for a couple years and everything like that. And the last time we talked, Scott, you know, one of the things that you had that was pretty good, because, you know, this is the Powwow Trail, and we talk about the powwow. You actually were doing a powwow. You actually had a powwow that you helped kind of be the committee man. That was kind of a theme, smoke-free powwow. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it's actually coming up. It's in February. It's our Valentine's Day powwow, pretty much. It's called Lincoln's Day Powwow in Nashville, Oregon. And I was asked to conduct a smoke-free powwow and educate the community on the dangers of secondhand smoke, and educate them on how to quit and things like that. So it was actually one of the first ones in the nation because a lot of people thought it wouldn't happen because of our connection to tobacco and how we treat it. It's we treat it in a sacred way. So I told them, no, not all tobacco. If you guys can use tobacco to bless your drum, that's fine. But if you're going to smoke cigarettes by the door, please move over 30 feet because I was just trying to protect the elders and the kids from the smoke because all the dancers were telling me, Scott, people standing by a door, I can smell that smoke like when I dance. So it's bothering people. So after I made them, move away from the door, everyone was happy with it. It wasn't like I was saying, hey, stop. It was just more of, educating them. So when it came down to it, it was a good idea.
Yeah. And that's one of the things too, especially that kind of leads into, are there any questions you got, Native Guy? I don't know if you he'll hear you, but you can ask and I can ask him too as well.
Yeah, I wanted to ask where has he performed? Where are some of the places that he's enjoyed most performing?
Okay, and I don't know if you heard that, Scott, but Native Guy too was asking what were some of the places that you performed and what were some of the places that was your favorite to perform at?
So far, I've been holding down the Northwest region. The biggest one I was happily to perform at was the Roseland Theater, and that's pretty much the one that's downtown Portland, and it brings in all the big acts. And so I was able to perform there for a political party, the Green Party, and they asked me to open up, and so I did it. And I'm not really trying to be political or anything, but it was opportunity, so I took it and it was awesome, and so it was the Roseland Theater in Portland, the Star Theater, and those two are pretty big venues here in Portland, and it was awesome, because I was going there and I would see Andre Nicotina, I would see Wale, I see Paul Wall, pretty much all these mainstream artists there. So I was thought, if I can make it here on the stage, I'm getting somewhere. And then finally I was able to perform in Spokane, Washington at the Bing Crosby Center. And that was pretty much one of my favorite shows. It was a benefit show for Standing Rock, who was able to fundraise money and send water protectors over to Standing Rock with supplies. So it all worked out. And that was one of the biggest venues I was in. And it was packed. I actually seen the crowd and I kind of froze a little bit, but I kind of gathered myself and I just kept going. And we was actually headlining that one, and it was cool. It was a good experience, And other than that, I was able to perform at our local county fair, and that was cool, because growing up we would go there as kids, and there'd never be really any natives representing on that stage. But fast forward to now. There's natives representing on that stage and representing for my tribe, Warm Springs tribe, and people came out to support, and it was cool, and so I feel like I'm getting somewhere, and now I'm trying to get to that point where I can get a tour going, and but that costs money. So right now I'm trying to figure that out and trying to get sponsorship and get things together, get some more artists in the Northwest to come together to come up with a tour so we can be able to go out there and showcase our talent.
Oh, nice.
Definitely nice. That is nice. So being up in Standing Rock and all thing, you said you was wowed by that. What were some of the things? Because that was a big event for our American Indian people and everything too. And what were some things that you experienced, especially at Standing Rock when you was there, seeing those big types of crowds?
Oh yeah, that was awesome, man. I actually got to perform at Standing Rock, and I traveled all the way over there for to go support, and say my peace of mind about us uniting to protect Mother Earth, because not just at Standing Rock, it was actually Warm Springs and Celilo area. We was protecting against no Nestle, they're trying to take our water, and that's pretty much can sabotage our fish, our salmon. So we're like, nah, you guys get away from our water, and so at the same time we was battling that. So I wanted to go over to Standing Rock and let them know, like, hey man, we need your help too over here. And I got to perform the song To the Sky, and I actually got the footage too. So I'm trying to do a documentary and put that out next. But it was just the spirituality of it. There was I seen the biggest sweat house I ever seen in my life there. And it could probably fit like 50 people in there. And I seen 2 huge sweat houses, and I seen the chief. It was like a chief teepee, it was like 4 teepees put together.
Nice.
And that was the first time I ever seen that, and I was like, whoa. So I posed by it, and that's where the leaders would go and meet, and decide what they're gonna do next. And then it was all kinds of ceremonies going on. It wasn't just people there just hanging out. People were there praying. There was people doing sunrise ceremonies. There was people doing peyote ceremonies, sweat lodge, and pipe ceremonies. So when it came down to it, I felt a lot of power there. And but at the same time, you can feel that fear too, because it was real, and I didn't want to go to sleep because you never know when they're going to be coming. And if you're going to be there, you got to be aware. You don't want to get caught off guard. So when I was there, I would just close my eyes, and then get up and go again. But it was really intense. And you can feel the separation, because when you can hear the leadership speak, half of them were saying, we're ready to die for this. And then half of them were saying, let's keep praying, no violence. So when he was there, you can feel that tension. And I was like, whoa. And I was praying when I was there, and it was, like I was saying, it was real spiritual, and it was a lot of power, and so I'm glad I went and experienced that, because I told myself, if I don't go, I'm gonna regret it. And I got there the same day when the dogs got let loose.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the day I got there, and it was crazy, but at the same time, it was worth it. I'm glad I went. And shout out to all the water protectors and everyone that went to Sandrock.
Definitely,
Nice.
definitely. I can hear that in your voice, the emotion that it had. It must have been a powerful experience, especially the different nations all coming together and that's the thing about us on the Powwow Trail, it's wanting to come together. And that's why we kind of have this podcast and everything, talk to different ones, especially like you, and as not only a rapper, you're also you also kind of are a teacher, or more than that, doing exercising and working on helping others, and that's important in our communities. So tell us a little bit more about that as well.
Yeah, man. I trying to promote optimum health, and healthy habits, I guess you can say, because it's really easy to put on a weight, but it's really hard to lose it, and I'm getting up in age where I gotta watch my calories. I gotta be careful of what I eat, and exercise more. So right now I'm doing aqua jogging and hitting the pool, because it's easier on the weight, on the body, So, and I'm recovering from a knee injury, so that's pretty much why I got into doing aqua jogging and doing swimming, because it's a full body workout. And on top of that, I'm doing acupuncture, for anxiety. I've been having anxiety issues because of the pressure, like sometimes there's a lot of pressure I put on myself, but there's like, just being an artist, there's a lot of pressure just trying to make it,
I don't know if I don't know if I could take all those pins in my body, guys.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. But ever since then, it's working. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna close my eyes, And I was like, whoa, because they're like, hey, you can take these, you can do this, you can do that. I'm like, I'll try this, And it was just the fact that I was just doing too much, had too much on my plate,
Definitely,
and
definitely.
So right now I realize, like, in order to help others, I got to help myself. And that's what everyone keeps telling me. Scott, you got to take care of yourself first before you can help others. So right now I'm trying to get back to a healthy weight, get my legs, my body strong again, because I was doing a lot of desk work. So I was sitting down a lot. And because I was doing that, instead of going to go work out at lunch, I was going to go get a burger, and a soda too, But if I did go and work out, I would still go to a deli and get a, chicken basket with a soda. So it was kind of eliminating my exercise, So now I'm kind of learning the healthy food choices, and cutting out the sugar and cutting out the soda. So right now I'm drinking a lot of water, doing the whey protein, taking the vitamins, because sometimes you don't get that, in your food sometimes, So I've been trying to keep up with that and get back into basketball. You know, with natives, you know, basketball's really
it's my
important
life.
to us.
It's my life.
Yeah. You know, because before it was music, it was basketball. And then everyone's like, yeah, I played hoop a lot, you know, and I actually went to high school and I tried out for a team and all that, you know. So that's how much I like basketball.
I'm like the guy. I'm like the guy from Along Came Polly. I just let it rain. Wherever it lands, if it lands out of bounds, hey, that was meant to be. That's where I was shooting it at.
Yeah.
So that's I'm not a shooter, but if you get in my way, I'll knock you over. Hey, I know how to play res ball.
If someone's 3 feet away, you call foul.
So I'm just trying to have fun with it. You know, because at one point it was all serious, you know, and then now I realize, like, okay, I need basketball in my life for exercise and to socialize and to, I guess, just to, you know, get the endorphins flowing, you know, get that natural high from exercise.
Definitely.
So I've been trying to promote that lately and kind of inspire people because it's hard, you know, especially when you're older. And because I gave up a lot in the past, like, oh, I want to get back in shape. And I'm like, oh, I just quit after a month, you know? And so this time,
easy to do.
I started off in November, so that way I can get a head start, so I won't give up now. So I started in November, December, and so now it's kind of carrying over to the new year, so it's going good.
Well, that's good.
But so I encourage that, you know, even if it is just walking, you know, to start off walking, you know, and maybe cut out some sugar, you know, cut out some soda. And then things will happen. Ever since I cut out soda, I lost 13 pounds.
Oh yeah, that's one of the key things. I think one of the things too, you know, because you're talking about healthy lifestyles, not bad. It's kind of important for us, you know, because you know, tribes, we suffer from diabetes and different other things like that. And you know, one of the things that I've gotten better at is cutting out fast foods. Those, you know, it's I know it's hard to do, but fast foods are kind of
fast food
they're tough.
I know for mine, it's cutting out fast food is hard, especially when you're traveling all the time because
that's good, but man, it's bad for you, man. It's like what,
it's convenient,
1,000 calories per meal or something.
Yeah,
it's just all convenient for us. So
it's good though, but
and again, just to let those who are listening, if there are anyone listening in, watching on, we're on getvocal.com. We have Scott Kalama. He is on the line with us. And if you guys are wondering what I keep looking at, I'm looking at Scott. He's right here. I'm going to put him in front of the camera. It got a lot darker in Oregon, as I can see right now. Because the sun was shining there when we started this program.
Yeah.
Yeah. I try to get the light. We're actually sitting at the mall. I'm getting ready to finish this up. Then we're going to go check it out.
He's going to go in there. But
we have another question for him that to try to close out because we don't want to take too much of his time. Maybe you can tell us where we can find his music, where we can.
So again, we don't want to take too much of your time, Scott. And again, Native Guy too. The weird thing is we're on different systems. So he's on the res, I'm on here. That's why you can't hear him.
It's all good.
But the thing he wanted to ask you is where can people find you? Where are your links? Where are your websites and music? And as we get ready to let Scott go, we're going to go in and we're going to play his music. But everybody. Listen to where Scott is, follow him. He's great. He's got great music. He's an NAMI award winner. That is something amazing. That is amazing.
Hopefully we can play
where can we find you? Yeah, we're going to play some Res Live here in a bit. So Scott, where can people find you at?
You can find me at blueflamesmusic.com, and you can find me on Instagram at blueflames541, Facebook at blueflames. And also Scott Kalama on Facebook. But check out blueflamesmusic.com. That's where you can find my CDs. I'm actually starting a merchandise business. So I'm getting some custom T-shirts, shoes, sweatshirts, hats. You know, you name it. I actually got a hat on right now. It's with my Blue Flames logo. Little fire chief on there.
Yeah, that's what we had in the promo too as well. So now we know. Hey, no stealing. Stealing it.
So I'm actually trying to get all that off the ground, and so I'm trying to get the small business going, entrepreneurship. Was with the merchandising, so I can start funding my music with that, because most of my money comes from performances and merchandise. Because basically music is free nowadays.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So
they let guys like me on the air.
Yeah, every once in a while you get like a loyal fan that'll buy a CD, and I'm like, "What? You want a CD? Cool. Here, like." So right now I'm trying to figure that out. Because everyone's saying you should get the USBs, with your logo on it. So I'm thinking about doing that.
Huh.
Oh, wow.
That's a good idea. That's a good
And they
idea.
can just plug it into their computer, or plug it into their car. Everyone got USBs now. So
yeah, that is true.
And maybe add like custom stuff on there that they can't get anywhere else. But that's just the idea. That's just something that someone told me. So I'm mentioning that to all the other artists. I don't know. I guess we can figure it out.
Yeah.
Well, it's been awesome. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking with Scott Kalama from the Warm Springs, Oregon tribe. Scott is actually driving on the road, so we want to make sure we let him go and enjoy his day. But you're always welcome on the Powwow Trail. Let us know. We're always happy to help you out. And just let us know. Keep in touch with us here at the Powwow Trail. We've got a lot of good things working on here. As you can see, somehow, again, like I say, they let us on the air.
Yeah.
Hey. So
it works, man.
It does. Any parting words before we let you go?
Oh yeah. Stay tuned for my next music video off of Red Star. Stay Hustle, directed by Max Savage out of Portland, Oregon. And my Loyal to the Soil music video is coming out here soon by Laurent Kachaya. And so I'm working on like 4 music videos to release here this coming year. And I'm going to release them quarterly. So stay tuned, because they're going to be dope just like the rest of them.
Heck yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to bring you Scott Kalama. Again, it's been again, we find ways around to do things on the Powwow Trail. We got him on FaceTime. And we'll always find ways, but we thank you, Scott. We really thank you for joining us here on the Powwow Trail. And we hope to one day we're going to run into you. We're going to see you on the Powwow Trail. We will. We're going to hit some powwows. So we're going live. We're going to be doing this live.
Yeah, I'm trying to hit up gatherings this year. I put in my app so I can perform there. So hopefully everything works out.
Oh yeah.
So hope maybe we've got some future date. And then are there any future dates coming up for you or anything?
Actually got some shows coming up here in Portland. So after that, I'm trying to hit the West Coast.
If you can tell me which direction his shows are from Voodoo Donuts, I could find it.
Well, yeah, hopefully see you guys down here at gatherings, man, because right now I'm just trying to get everything organized, man. I want to, and then I'm hitting the studio too. I got a new track coming out called Feeling So Fly, Feeling So Blessed. It's actually a song I recorded last year in LA, so I'm actually looking forward to that one, and I'm hoping it's gonna hit.
Yeah, that is awesome. So and then Native Guy 2 just had to ask you real quick, which direction from Voodoo Donuts is that?
Oh man, we're probably like 45 minutes away from Voodoo Donuts.
There you go. So because he's been there, he's been showing his Voodoo Donut stuff and everything when he goes on his Powwow Trail. So well, again, man. Again, Scott, we do, and again, we thank you for joining us, Scott. It's great seeing you, and it's great visiting with you, and we thank you for joining us on the Powwow Trail.
Yeah, shout out to the Powwow Trail, and keep on hooping and snagging.
All right. And that is Scott Kalama, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you, and again, we appreciate you for joining us on the Powwow Trail. So thank you, Scott. Thank you for everything. Yep.
All right.
I will certainly do that. All right. Yep, you too. You take care. All right. Wow, Trilby, wasn't that neat?
It was. I wish we could have got him through on here, because I wanted to talk to him more about Warm Springs, because I used to powwow out there a lot, and I had some stories for him, from back in my day at the from the Payumsha powwow all the way up to Subnashio powwow, and
definitely.
And like one of my favorite MCs of all time was 8 Ball, and he was from Warm Springs. He was always MCing at the Powwow, man. He was on another level. One of the greatest MCs of all time, I believe. So, but next time, hopefully, we'll have it all worked out to where we can get him on to get vocal here. So.
Definitely. We will get him on and everything like that. But we're going to stop. We're going to take a little break. We're going to play a little bit of Scott's music here. This first one is the NAMI award-winning song. It's the Res Life.
And then
we're going to
go into the music, but during this music break, our screen's going to go blank while we're on this, unless Native Guy 1 comes back on the camera. So if you see a black screen,
I might start dancing.
If you see a black screen, it's still going because you'll be able to hear the music. But
or I just faded to black. One of the
there you go. There you go.
But we are going on to our break. We're going to play some Res Life.
Oh, it's
Scott
good.
Callum, our guest.
Song.
It is a great one. So here we go.
Oh,
which ties is trustworthy.
We're
going
to get advertisements first, but just wait a minute. Hey. Here we go for you. All right.
Good old fashioned and in loving. No, I can't be your husband. Just found out that you're my cousin. Hey, 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 oh, hey, hey.
That's a good one, man. That's a good one. You gotta use that one.
All we can do just to get by. So now we bring you the truth, just like a flashlight. Traditions won't die. Our people been organized. People just open your eyes. Bring you that
the motto, better than dead. I was cuss his head, Red's life looking nice, so we're riding horseback. Ready to attack, setting up camp, taking our land back. One nation at a time, giving politicians a panic attack. The wolf pack, gonna attack like a running back. This is my ancestor payback.
I ruin trees and bottle over, dancing and singing. The spirit's got a hold on you, there's no more waiting, start praying. About the good and the bad, when you're happy and you're sad, to the one from up above, cause we'll show you the love to break that curse. It goes back to generations, to the days of termination. Let's come rise up and strengthen our nation. Hoka, hoka, hey! 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 Hoka, hey!
This life is all we can do just to get by. So now we bring you the truth, just like a flashlight. Traditions won't die. Our people been organized. People just open your eyes.
Coming and dipping up, whipping up, oh, now thought you mother already know. Man, I'm only 17 with more than a dollar dream, but it seems to be it's gonna take me along to the knees to be for me to succeed, to make my mom proud with the music. Sadly, cause I ain't no sellout industry bitch. Real listeners gonna be like, this ain't some true shit. And these sellout industry slaves are gonna be like, he ain't got no flow, he ain't got no hustle. Best part, he broke. Haha, that mother, that I'm God will still breathing, trying to inspire the people that they don't have to think there isn't hope. Trust me, there is. You just gotta find it deep within and keep the love, peace, and positivity in rotation. Breathe in and out and pray. Just know that's better days ahead, man. Just believe. Just believe.
Hoka, hey! 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 Hoka, hey!
get by. So now we bring you the truth, just like a flashlight. Traditions won't die. Our people been organized. People, just open your eyes. Bring you a good life.
Get it together, we building for something better instead of trying to divide them in the crash site. Fighting each other over water rights, a place for how the land divides between the tribes. And if it's quantified, you get recognized. To face that termination, rise above and take determination. Your life's a gift, my native. Please don't be the one to take your life to sacred. Babylon's come to pray you rise.
No matter where you sit, no matter where you're living, there's people just like you, stuck in a position just like you, scraping by, using all their money to survive. It's not just on the reservation, it's no more people all in the nations. We try real hard to survive. We work real hard all the time. We put in effort to keep tradition, just like our hunting and fishing. They taking it away and making us pay to get our food in the native way.
Hoka, hey! 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 Hoka, hey!
Listen up, Junkus. For the final contest, for the final song, the Intertribal tonight, Junkus, you need to designate one lead singer that will take all 4 leads. Not necessarily the lead or the jump keeper, but you get to choose that one singer and then communicate with me, the judges, of who it is, and he's going to take all 4. Come on over this way, Wayne. Jonathan Brewer. The Blackwater, let's come on over this way. Come on over this way. Let my drum judges in. They're good people, recorders. All right, who's doing the leading? Monty? All right, judges. Judges. All right, judges, right, it's going to be one song, Intertribal, 4 starts. Monty Woodtop right there has all 4 leads. Are you ready to go? Blackwater, here we go. Intertribal time, Saturday Night Live, Blackwater.
How we lost our audio there. So you get me. All right. Once again, shout out to Scott Kalama for coming on the show today. And we have a bunch of flyers. Well, not a bunch of them, but a few flyers that we're going to get to here pretty soon. And as soon as Native Guy 1 gets connected back up, we'll get the show going again. But other than that, the Res Life that we just played, that's one of my favorite songs by Scott. And it is a good one. Its show is a good one. And Indigenous Peoples Day host native speed dating for National Singles Awareness Day. Friday, February 15th, 2019, Bricks Nightclub in Lawton, Oklahoma. Registration is 8 to 8 and 8:30, 9:30 p.m. for speed dating. We have to get Native Guy 1 into that there too. So all you young guys in Oklahoma, surrounding area, if you want to do some speed dating, head on down to Lawton, Oklahoma. They'll have some speed datings there. So, and then another thing too about the Warm Springs Powwow, the Payumsha Powwow that I thought was pretty funny is we were in Grand Entry one day, and it was I think Saturday evening, and Grand Entry just got over with, and there was a big explosion on one of the transformers during the powwow. Man, it was like it just lit up everything, and everybody looked over like that. But across the street from the powwow, they have like a little carnival set up back there, and this guy was doing helium balloons, and one of the balloons got away, and it went up, and it popped against the power lines, and it blew up the transformer there. So that was pretty crazy there. It was scary. Hey, Native Guy One's back now.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I apologize. I guess I was playing music and didn't see what happened. So I guess you guys didn't get to hear the music I was listening to.
No.
Did we make it through Blue Flames at least?
Yeah, it made it through Blue Flames, and I had my eye on the show, so I jumped back in and started talking. We're talking bad about you, man.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right. It's all good. I like being talked bad about. Hey, but that was a great time with Scott,
it sure was.
You know what? We've been in here for a little while, but we're gonna get ready to end the show. We got a little bit of Scott on there. But we've got some great guests that are getting ready to come on the show. You know that, Native Guy?
Yeah. And I think we should let people know right now on who we have planned for the future.
Yes. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, coming from the great state of Oklahoma. Let them know who it is.
I think
Mike
Bowden. You got that. I never heard great state in Oklahoma using the same sentence before. I'm just joking, all you Oklahoma people. I'm just joking. Yeah, but Mike Bone is going to be
we're going to get them on. That. They're going to be on in the studio. They was ready to be on today. Well, I'm sorry we didn't get them on today, but we will have them on. We're going to make sure we get them in the studio and get everything set up. And those who want to be on the show or anything, hey, let us know.
Yeah,
give
and
us
then
a message.
Also, we're gonna try to get the res runners on our show too. It's a group of young guys from my res that they're doing YouTube. They're making videos. They do funny videos. They've seen them where they go out and do res commercials like for meteorologists, the weather and stuff like that. So we'll try to get them on here too. We'll have a shout out to the res runners. Hopefully, we'll get them on here pretty soon as well.
Definitely.
While you were gone, though, I found this flyer, and I think it might be right up your alley when your wife's out of town.
Where's it at?
Indigenous people for National Day.
I didn't get any of that. Hey, you must be. I don't hear any of that. Hey, you're
Friday, February 15th. Lawton, Oklahoma. Registration is at 8 and 8:30, and then 9:30 p.m. for speed dating in Lawton, Oklahoma.
Okay,
so I might have to go check that out. I might go check that out.
I can go with you and help show some support for you. Hey.
Yeah.
Oh, and we just want to let you know, any of the audience, you are more than welcome to share your flyers on our page. For powwows or anything like that. You are more than welcome.
Yeah, when you got disconnected, I told him I read off a couple of the flyers while I was getting ready to when you got disconnected there, and I told him, that we had a few people come in and send us flyers in, and we've been posting them up on our Facebook page. That's what my age coming out there, the face page. What the kids are doing.
The face page and the my Twitter stuff and the Insta post thing and whatever.
And the TikTok and the Snapchat.
Yeah, what the heck is Snapchat anyway? I still don't get it.
You just take pictures and little videos of people, of yourself and your daily life stuff. It's fun. I like it.
Oh, I bet you like to use those filters and put that makeup on in it.
Oh, heck yeah, man. I use a dog filter and pretend I'm a Mendoza or a Skinwalker. Most people know it. So.
Holy geez. So,
yeah.
Native Guy too, is there any powwows that you're going to be heading to?
I'm trying to find something for this weekend, but I have been unable to find anything yet.
We can have a powwow, but
yeah, we could.
I mean, we can have. I mean, but it'll be outside. You think anybody show up?
I don't know. I could try. Someone would probably show up.
Somebody asked, "What the hell are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here! Get off my property.
A powwow that's coming up is the Oto, Missouri Winter Encampment. That's actually last week. I said it was last weekend, but it's actually this weekend.
Oh,
that's
so you made people show up to a powwow last week?
No, I corrected myself on the show.
Oh, okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, but that's actually this weekend. 7 Clans Casino Hotel, First Council in Newkirk, Oklahoma. I don't know if it's at the casino or if that's just the sponsoring the Oto Winter Encampment.
I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. And then we want to also talk about, since we're going to have Mike Bone next weekend, the following week, we're going to have some cool guests for the Powwow Trail. Mr. Rusty Kozad will be joining us, as well as Miss Elaine Miles will be joining us as well. So we will
from Northern Exposure.
From Northern Exposure. And if you don't know Mr. Rusty Kozad, he's one of the singers with the Kozad Family Drum, great drum group.
Well known.
He's going to be on, and we're gonna have a great time that weekend speaking with Elaine and Mr. Kozad on that show. I'm not sure which way that's going to go, but it's going to be a good time. I know that.
Oh yeah, definitely. Always is. And
then we've got, and again, we've got some other ones in the works. Superman, we've got him in the works and everything. So
yeah,
stay with us.
And we got more people.
It's happening.
We got more people that we're trying to get in contact with. Hopefully they'll be on here. I don't want to say no names yet because I haven't even talked to them, but we're going to reach out to them and see if we can get them on the show as well.
No name dropping.
No name dropping. Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, anyways.
But, and then once we get all these people on the show and I'm feeling big headed, then I'm gonna go walk around the powwows calling everybody nephew.
Yep. Hey nephew.
Let me
tell you a few things.
Hey nephew, go get me a coffee. Hey.
Golly. So where can people find us as well, Trilby?
Well, on the face page, as we older generation like to say, you can find us at Native Podcast Network on Facebook.
Native Podcast Network on Facebook. Do we have anything on Twitter?
No, not yet. I'm actually going to get our Twitter up this week. But we do have YouTube, which is Native Podcast Network as well. And when the powwow season comes around, we're going to start going live with interviews of dancers, singers, and just show you like a little bit of behind the scenes of powwows, because everybody knows what goes on behind powwows. But during the contest, we're going to record the drum groups, dances, exhibitions, contests. But I want to show a little bit behind the scene of how fun a powwow can actually be. So that'll be coming up this summer.
Especially when you're sitting waiting to sing and what's going on with that.
Yeah,
we're going to try to get sneak peeks of everything. We're going to take you on the powwow trail. We're getting ready.
You're going to come with us on the powwow trail this year.
I am ready to go. Hopefully. Hey. So, hopefully. For all of you listening in, we thank Blue Flames. Mr. Scott Kalama from the Warm Spring, Oregon tribe joined us earlier. It was we were listening to his NAMI Award winning song before I guess I got cut off. Hey.
Yeah.
But as we go on and get ready to say goodnight, and whoever is on the powwow trail this weekend, we hope you're safe. Yeah, Native Guide 2, what we got here in the end.
Well, I was going to tell everybody and you that next week I'll make sure that when Native Guy 1 steals someone's Wi-Fi for the show, that to move his computer a little bit closer to the wall.
Why? You don't like my roaches?
That way you won't get cut off again. So
that was my bad. So,
but that's it for now. We'd like to thank everybody for who's watching this. If you remember, please like and share and let people know about this, because we want to be your one-stop Native shop for everything Native.
We are going to be your one-stop. That is our goal, definitely. And I am Native Guy 1.
I'm Native Guy 2.
And this is the Powwow Trail.
running for you, because we're coming for you, running for you, running for you.
Not about